It was a confusing time for some of the whites in here yesterday. Katie, you want to take it from here?
Yeah, yesterday I was just talking about a situation that my friend's in that I don't think she should be in, and I said the phrase, a hard head will make a soft behind. And Abby looked at me like I was crazy.
I had never heard that.
I was like, what do you mean her behind is soft? How do you know?
And that's just a saying that's in a black household. If you're going to be hard-headed, you're just going to face the consequences later, basically.
I had never heard of that. Abby had never heard of that. Had you heard of that?
I knew what it meant, but I hadn't haven't heard
the
it
definition. So the whites were aligned yesterday. So I asked these guys, I'm like, I love these cultural differences. So are there other cliches and phrases in the black community that the whites might not know?
And I think there's probably a few. So Mo and I think we put together a list that, we're going to see you guys know some things. All right.
We just shooting them off one by one?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
All right, cool. One that I heard often, and I think a lot of black kids did, was fix your face before I fix it for you.
Okay. All right. That one makes some sense, right?
I get that.
I think I have heard that one.
That's
Okay.
one of my favorite lines in the Bruno Mars song. You go, fix your face.
All right. A hit dog will holla.
No.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Cassie knows.
What's that
I've
mean?
heard that one. I don't know what it means, but I've heard it.
It basically means if you sitting there trying to defend yourself or come up with a reason, you're probably guilty.
Oh, so you get like too defensive.
Hey.
So a hit dog will holla.
All right.
There's I'm blank, nice to meet you, which usually was a response when you would tell your parents that you were hungry. So, for example, I would say I'm hungry. My mother would say I'm Dawn. Nice to meet you.
I did this to my kid last night.
You did? You did? Serious?
I'm still hungry. Hey, hungry. I'm Mama. Nice to meet you.
Did they think that was hilarious?
No, because I'm trying to teach them to use their words to ask for what they want instead of just saying how they feel.
Gotcha.
All right.
Feelings are so overrated.
No, we concentrate on feelings, but feelings don't tell people what you want.
Agreed.
All right. Don't let your mouth cash a check that you're behind can't cash in.
I've heard that one.
I think one of the more popular ones is...
Wait, did you get that one?
No, it's still processing.
Yes.
Continue.
You don't get that one?
No. Don't let your mouth
Write a check
write a check
that your behind can't cash.
that your behind can't cash.
If you're going to talk the talk, you better walk the walk. Otherwise, you're going to get your ass beat.
Don't say anything you're not willing to suffer the consequences for saying.
No. Okay, there we go.
One of the more popular ones, because we were not supposed to be talking, apparently, when we were kids, was children should be seen and not heard.
Yeah, that's universal. I think that's every culture.
Okay.
Every culture knows that one.
I love that one.
Keep them kids away from me. Said the happy childless woman in the corner.
Now, this is a phrase my aunt would say all the time. If it was a snake, it would have got me.
Yeah. No, when you can't find something and you're like, I don't know where it is. And then they come and they pick it out for you and they hand it to you. And it's always, if it was a snake, it would have
Okay. All
So,
right.
would y'all know what this means if you hear, it's either going to be in and out, but it's not going to be both?
Oh, yes, because you keep going in and out the door.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yep.
you keep going in and out, and then finally, because that used to drive my mother crazy because we were the house where all the kids came over.
Yep.
So the door was just constantly open, close until it drove her crazy.
You knew as a black kid, if you went home for anything, even if it was for water, you might not go back outside. So you got to make sure you're done by the time you go back in.
Okay.
Exactly. All right. So I think this is one y'all probably definitely heard, that you ain't got a pot to pee in or a window to throw it out of.
Yep. You got nothing. You got zero.
Now, I bet y'all never heard this one, but Katie, I wonder if you have. Don't you get in trouble following them white kids.
Haven't heard it, but I get it.
You can't do what they do.
Yeah, we heard that a lot.
Do you remember the first time your parents hit you with that one?
Not the first time, but I remember a few times
Yeah?
they did it. Yeah.
What are the examples?
It just means you can't get away with the same thing that
Right.
white kids can get away with.
Yeah.
So if you was doing things that they felt like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
That's how they would tell you not to do it.
It's a cliche as old as time.
Now, one thing, especially after playing outside with your friends, you come in, the first thing you hear is take them clothes off. You smell like outside.
Yes, you smell like outside.
Outside.
Smell
Okay.
like outside.
Abby looks confused.
No, I think that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
you take your outside clothes off, put your inside clothes on.
But do you know what outside smells like?
No.
Yeah.
It's
for
like
sure.
a mix of
Grass?
sweat and dirt and grass. And you just, Jimmy will come in. God bless that kid because he's got his mama's sweating glands
Oh, no.
and he sweats like a mofo. And as soon as he got, I'm like, wow, you were playing hard.
Sometimes it's just the environment. Like if you're like just driving around with the windows down, you get that outside smell on your clothes, you know?
Yep. Yep. Typically, there was always a rule before you went into any store, or any supermarket, or anything like that. Your parent would always tell you, when we go into the store, don't touch nothing.
Ours would be something like, if you touch it and you break it, you pay for it.
Yeah, same
thing.
Yeah, that's why you don't touch it.
Yeah, in my household, I grew up where you couldn't say the word lie. You had to say telling a story or a fib.
Or a fib.
Really?
You would get in
we couldn't
trouble
say
for saying
lie.
the word lie.
Why?
I actually don't know. It's something my grandmother always said. Don't say lie.
You don't question.
We don't know the why to anything, because the answer was always because I said so.
Okay.
You never know why. You would get in trouble for even knowing a song. Like I used to hear, I hope you know that schoolwork the way you know that song. That's a famous one.
Okay. All
If
right.
you singing a song, but
Yep.
your homework not done like that, you got in trouble for that.
Okay.
And if you came in the house and you were being questioned about something and you hesitated, first thing you was going to hear is tell the truth, shame the devil.
Tell the truth, shame the devil.
Okay.
Which Katie and I always laugh at this, because our parents used to always say, do I look like Boo Boo the Fool? And neither of us to this day know who Boo Boo is.
I've never seen a picture.
Don't know who Boo Boo is.
can't Google it?
But we've always heard, do I look like Boo Boo the Fool?
Yeah.
Who's Boo Boo the Fool?
Who is Boo Boo?
We
I
still
think
trying
we
to
should
figure
get to
that
the
out.
bottom of this right now.
He's clearly the fool.
Kristen is furiously Googling right now.
The phrase "I'm Boo Boo the Fool" originates from the late 1980s or early 1990s from the TV animation Yogi Bear. The cartoon featured Yogi the Bear and his sidekick Boo Boo. That doesn't feel
See,
right.
nah,
though.
that's Boo Boo. Hey, Boo Boo, Boo Boo. That's a different Boo Boo. That's not the fool. But we heard
That's the
that a
Boo
lot.
Boo I know.
Yes.
Okay.
You got another
Oh,
one?
no. The phrase Boo Boo the Fool can be traced back to early 1960s when it was used to refer to a cartoon character in a show. The African American communities widely used the phrase to refer to an idiot. Lately, the phrase has gained popularity on social media, with people using it to create memes. And then they have some of the memes.
Boo Boo the Fool.
Boo Boo the Fool.
Okay.
You could never compare yourself to what anybody else was doing, because you would hear, I don't care what so-and-so mama said. I'm not so-and-so's mama.
Sure.
There's only one last phrase that I would hear, but I don't think it's just to a black household. My aunt will always do something around the house and she would fix something and she'll say, that's close enough for government work. That's it.
I never heard that one.
She always said it. I was like, okay, I don't know what that means.
The Bert Show.